after killers took the lives of their loved ones. After her daughter, Jana, was brutally murdered, Joan Berry started the Hope for Victims support group in Knoxville. Since then, the group has given comfort to victims' families and successfully pushed for change in victims' rights in Tennessee. News Channel 11's Allie Hines found out the support group is coming to the Tri-Cities, and the need here is staggering.
Kylie, for a victim's families, whether vehicular homicide or first-degree murder was to blame, there's not much support after the trial is over. And here in our area, hundreds of families are dealing with that kind of loss. The two women bringing the support group here are from the Tri-Cities and say they have sent nearly 200 invitations to families in Carter, Johnson, Unicoi, and Washington counties alone. We hear it on the news all the time. Murder, manslaughter, homicide.
People watch the news and they see bad things on the news and, then they go and they say, okay, what are we having for dinner?
But for people like Laverne Craig, when the news is over, she still faces a horrific reality.
My mother, Dolly Gooch, was murdered in 1987. Just because it's been several years, it's not over for me. It will never be over for me. My mother will never be here. She will never hold her grandchildren. And she will never be able to, to go to lunch with me or shop with me.
Craig says in the years after the murder,
you feel very isolated and very alone. I had to try to figure out how to cope with the grief by myself.
And that's exactly what she and Joan Berry hope others don't have to go through.
There's not every day that you get the chance to talk about your loved one that was murdered because, let's face it, it's a sad thing. It's depressing. People don't want to hear about that. Well, there's other people. We don't go a day without thinking about it.
So they're starting a support group here in the Tri-Cities.
I can't explain to anyone the void in our heart and the pain that you feel knowing that your loved one was taken at the hands of someone else.
It really helps you to be able to understand that you're not alone.
I think how frightened Jana must have been and how devastated she was, and was she crying for me, and you just have so many thoughts. And then when you talk with people that have been through the same thing, you find that you're not the only one that thinks like that.
They say, though, it's a bond they wish they didn't share. They've found comfort through their support group in Knoxville.
We've developed these wonderful friendships, and whenever we feel down in the dumps on a day, we can call each other and support each other. We go to hearings with each other.
And now they plan to make the drive here once a month to offer others that kind of support. Allie Hines, News Channel 11, in your corner.
This group, Hope for Victims, also advocates for victims' rights. The most recent law change that they sparked, the Victim Life Photo Bill, which makes it legal to show photos of victims in court while they were still alive. So if you are interested in the support group, the first meeting is September 15th. The group will meet every third Tuesday of each month at 6:30 p.m. at Memorial Presbyterian Church in Elizabethton.